Alright, so we're going to talk about the objectives in lesson 5 today. So I have a document up right now. I'm going to show you a couple things on it, and then I'll switch documents and show you a few more things. The first thing I want to show you guys is how to set your margins. So usually once you have a document open, you're on your Home tab, and if you click over to the Layout tab, you'll see in the top left margins. Obviously there's a normal setting, which is 1 inch around the page, and that just means 1 inch around the page. If you see where the rules are grayed out, there's not going to be any text there. Alright, we can change this to narrow, and it basically shrinks that white space. We can make it wide, which makes it bigger, or we can even make custom margins where we set what we want them to be. So I'm going to just set these margins right now to narrow. Next up is orientation. So this basically changes which way your page is set up. You have two options: portrait, which is basically meaning the page is taller than it is wide, or landscape, which means wider than it is tall. So if I turn this one over to landscape, you'll see how it adjusts. And so you see that it's now wider than it is tall. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see it a little better. You can also change your size. Now some of this will depend on what you're printing or what your printer can actually do. Most of the time you're going to stay in 8.5 by 11, which is just your standard paper size. Next up I want to show you is breaks. So there's a couple of different breaks here: page break, column break. Page break is going to start a new page. Column break will basically break your text from one column into a new column. We're going to jump down to section breaks. This is basically just breaks up different sections of your paper or whatever you have. Next page creates a new page. Continuous creates a new section on the same page. That's all we're going to worry about today. So I'm going to show you what that kind of looks like. So if we were here, and let's say in this document we wanted all the options to be on their own page. So as you can see, that's not the case right now. So if I come in here and I click breaks and do page break, we now have each option on its own page. So really quick, let me show you what that looks like. So meaning, you see here we have in our non-printing characters, we have this thing that shows up that says page break. So if I type something in here, it doesn't go on a new page. But if I type something, I can't type anything underneath that page break. It's automatically going to take me to the next page. And that'll do that for all of them. The next thing we're going to look at is columns. So I have a new document up. So we talked about columns last week, but real quick I'm going to show you again. So you can easily go to the Layout tab and click the columns button and go to 1, 2, 3, or however, or we can click more columns. So I'm going to go to 2, and then we can change the width. So it automatically is going to stay equal. If you don't want them equal for whatever reason, you can change that, make one bigger than the other, or so forth. So I'm going to keep it at equal. I'm going to take a little bit of spacing off, or I can even add a line between. So let's add a line between and see how that looks. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good, except we have a little bit hanging off the edge here. What if we change the size to a legal? You see how that does it. And then we can come in and put a section break here, so that nothing is left alone. So it just shows you how you adjusting the layout can help you to make your page look more appealing and keep all the text where you want it to be. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is how to link two text boxes. So what you'll notice on this document, we have two text boxes already set up. And what you see in this first text box is that there's still words down here that we can't see. Now what we could do is obviously make the text box longer, but for example, if it's already set up and maybe we had a picture or something down here, or we just couldn't use this space down here for whatever reason, we need two text boxes. So what you're going to do is click over here, and in our shape format, we're going to create a link. And what that does is it's telling if we're trying to take the link from this text box and we want to put it into this one. So you'll notice this little, it looks kind of like a coffee cup pouring out letters, shows up. We're just going to click it over here. You'll notice the text that was over here gets linked to this text box right here. So now we don't have any issue on what that does.